Anime fans don't even watch anime the same way anymore. Think about it. At some point over the last few years, the baseline conversation around our favorite shows completely shifted. The dialogue stopped being about theme, character arcs, or even narrative structure. Instead, it became about something entirely different: aura, hype moments, agenda wars. Who has the coldest, highest contrast vertical edit on your feed? And honestly, I don't think this happened naturally. I don't think a collective generation of fans just woke up one day and decided that a character's coolness factor mattered more than the actual writing of the story. I think an algorithm did it. I think TikTok quietly changed the entire fabric of the anime fandom, and most of us didn't even notice it happening in real time.
Oh.
To understand the shift, you have to look at the tool shaping it. TikTok's algorithm is fundamentally designed to reward immediate emotional spikes. It craves hyper-stimulation, instant gratification, and high-energy hooks. It does not care about a slow, deliberate 3-episode build-up that sets up a tragic payoff. It cares about the tragedy itself, stripped of context, set to a trending slow reverb audio track. And because of this, clips now spread significantly faster than actual full-length episodes. We are consuming anime through decentralized fragments, reposts, edits, and reaction loops. This has created a fascinating psychological phenomenon. Fans increasingly experience anime through moments instead of journeys. You probably experienced this yourself. You see a beautifully animated Haisukuga fight scene on your For You page. It has 3 million views. You haven't even watched the show, but you already know the emotional peak of the season. You know exactly what the transformation looks like. You know the exact line of dialogue the villain says before they get obliterated. A character gets one hard edit with the right lighting filter and they are instantly cemented as a top tier icon. But when you consume a story entirely through its peaks, the valleys start to feel unbearable. When you detach an emotional peak from its narrative setup, you are getting the dopamine hit without the investment. And that conditioning fundamentally alters what your brain expects when you actually sit down to watch a full episode.
Accusations!
These are not accusations. This is
false accusations.
And
because our feeds have conditioned us for constant rapid-fire stimulation, our collective patience for pacing has completely collapsed. Slower, atmospheric anime are being labeled as boring or filler faster than ever before. The moment a series takes a step back to focus on philosophy, trauma, or simple world building, a vocal segment of the fandom immediately asks, "Where's the hype? When is the plot moving?" We saw this happen with Vinland Saga Season 2, a beautifully written, psychologically profound masterpiece about redemption and the horrors of violence, and it was dismissed by thousands of viewers as a farming simulator because Thorfinn wasn't swinging an axe every 5 minutes. Even Frieren Beyond Journey's End, despite its critical acclaim, constantly sparks debates online from viewers who find its melancholy slow-burn expiration of time to be an endurance test.
You flippin' twit.
Now, let's be entirely fair here. This does not mean that fans are becoming less intelligent. It is not an issue of intellect, it's an issue of neurological conditioning. When your brain is fed a diet of 15-second loops where something explosive happens every 3 seconds, a 24-minute episode that relies on silence, subtext, and slow panning shots feels like an entirely different language. It feels like work. TikTok didn't make the fandom stupid. It just shortened our emotional loops. It made us addicted to the payoff before we even understand the stakes.
Congratulations.
you played yourself.
When you take an impatient audience and mix it with an algorithm that rewards conflict, you get the absolute pinnacle of modern fandom behavior, a gender culture.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Anime discussion has essentially become a team sport. It's no longer about experiencing a unified narrative. It's about picking a side, backing your favorite character like a franchise quarterback, and running relentless propaganda campaigns for them online. We have seen it all, the endless iterations of Fraud Kuna, the aggressive labeling of long-running series as mid-piece, the unironic spamming of Gojo solos under videos that have absolutely nothing to do with Jujutsu Kaisen. Fandom has adopted a literal stock market mentality. You don't praise a writer for a compelling narrative choice if it makes your chosen character look weak. You defend your agenda at all costs, farming engagement by dunking on the opposing side. This happens because TikTok's algorithm inherently values extreme opinions. A balanced, reasonable take that says both characters are well written and serve a specific purpose in the story gets zero engagement. It's boring. It doesn't make people click the comment section. But a video that claims a beloved protagonist is an overrated fraud, that sparks a digital civil war. It creates thousands of comments, endless duets, and massive watch time. The platforms are designed to reward conflict, and over time that economic reality has completely reshaped how we talk to each other about the media we love. Anime discussions didn't just change, they literally became propaganda wars.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Before we move on, question to you. Do you think TikTok or social media in general actually ruin the way we discuss anime or manga online? Drop your perspective in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So let's get back into the video. This brings us to the deepest, most unsettling part of this entire shift. It's not just that the discussions have changed, it's that the internal psychological experience of consuming a story has been fundamentally restructured. Think about how binge culture and short-form clips interact. A massive portion of modern viewers are now exposed to the major emotional payoffs of a story before they ever experience the setup. Some fans know every single major death, every hidden twist, and every ultimate transformation of a series before they even finish the first season. They have consumed the community's reaction to the event before they even sat down to watch the actual episode. Psychologically, that changes how your brain processes emotional weight. When you watch a character die after spending 50 episodes growing to love them, that grief is real, earned, and heavy. But when you see an edit of that character's death on your phone while walking through a grocery store set to a pop song, you are experiencing the shock value entirely detached from the narrative soul of the work. You are consuming the community's collective hype as a substitute for your own genuine emotional investment. We aren't just watching the anime anymore, we are watching ourselves watch the anime. We are chasing the feeling of being part of the cultural moment rather than letting the story affect us on its own terms.
Correct!
Now it would be incredibly easy and frankly plain lazy to end this video by just complaining about the internet and acting like everything used to be perfect back in my day. But that's not the reality of the situation. The complicated truth is that TikTok has also done incredible things for the anime and by extension the manga community. It has made anime more accessible and globally dominant than it has ever been in human history. It has given brilliant hyper-creative editors and artists a platform to reach millions of people overnight. Niche underground manga masterpieces that would have traditionally languished in obscurity for decades are blowing up into global phenomena because a single creative video went viral on the app. It has connected millions of fans who used to feel isolated in their love for this medium. The issue isn't that TikTok exists. The platform is just a mirror. The real issue is how an algorithmic system silently shapes what specific behaviors get rewarded. When an app systematically prioritizes loudness over depth, conflict over nuance, and quick hooks over long-term investment, the culture surrounding that app will naturally bend to reflect those values.
Yes, exactly.
TikTok didn't just change the comments we write or the memes we share. It changed our internal radar. It changed what our eyes notice, what our brains value, how we emotionally process a narrative, and how we treat each other inside the digital spaces we share. We are living in an era where anime fans are experiencing stories in a way that is structurally completely different from any generation that came before them. The landscape has adapted to the screen in our pockets, and the shift happened so smoothly, so quietly, that most of us just accepted it as the new normal. Maybe the biggest change over the last few years wasn't anime itself. Maybe it was just the way we learned to consume it. So thanks so much for watching, and that's it. Go on.